Good day, everyone! Welcome back to Let's Play Arclad 2 with me, EclecticAndrew the Gamer. And today we will not be helping Burrows or anyone today. We'll be helping ourselves to the Tower of God, or God's Tower, the God Tower, whatever you want to call it today. Here in Let's Play Arclad 2. This will be our dungeon for the area, and we're going to be trying to stop the Martyr Plan here from Mandel's evil plan. This thing is immense. This tower is... The Tin Man is malfunctioning. This tower was constructed during the ancient era. You okay, Deke? Do not be concerned. I am fine. I am merely affected by the energy field. In the ancient era, the king constructed these towers all over the world. Oh, really? Sounds familiar. As sentinels over his nation-states, artificial guardians of a sort. When the ones that remain have fallen into disrepair. Yes, now Andel plans to use them to further his evil ambition. Does he not, Tin Man? Wake up! Wake up, get out there. Very funny, I did not hit you that hard. Yeah. What happened? He seems to be functioning normally again. Well, we better get moving. We have no idea what awaits us inside, so stay alert. Yeah. Antonio and Gomez are following us along. Excelente, they're inside, brother. So I see. The banditos will attract the attention of many beasts in there. While we sprint ahead and capture the treasure for ourselves. This plan is perfect. It'll be our biggest take yet. The banditos, Gomez and Antonio join us today as well. Not as guest party members, I presume, but just as, other people in the tower as well as us. You know, actually, because I already know what's in here very heavily, I'm going to go ahead and take Rajan and Diekbeck, along with Elk and Liza, of course. Ooh, and I kind of want to take Shu along to build up that new weapon, but maybe I'll just take Grugga, or Igor or Tosh. Ooh, Tosh is low level. Grugga's lower level than Tosh, but still. Also, Tosh's are also ready to level up. But damn, Grugga has more attack power and defense power than Tosh and Iga both? Oh no. Slightly lower attack power, but still. Oh yeah, maybe Choco would have been a good idea to bring along too, instead of Grugga, but... So we go. Into the tower, and it seems we've already hit a dead end, but what are these glowing panels? Let's step on them and find out, as we get teleported away. How nice. Here we are, on the second floor. And only one place to go, onto this purple triangle, in order to get into this battle against some machines. Evil machines. I don't know if these machines would be considered chimeras. You know, part of Andel's forces, or if they're part of the ancient era machine, whatever. Of course, for all I know, because I'm not exactly sure exactly about what this king is from the ancient era, and it maybe has relation to the spirit of darkness, but sorry, just looking at Diekbeck's weapon, it looked weird. Anyways, I don't know what the relationship between this king of the ancient era and his god towers that were keeping control of all the nation states of his And these chimera machine monsters. Okay, sorry, I'm just tired. I actually worked for almost 7 hours earlier today. Not even earlier today, late last night. I'm now recording in the morning because I cannot sleep. It's always a good time to make a recording of a video game series. Wow, Liza, only 2 stats go up. But yeah. There is actually some basis in, IRL history of a super king holding sway over his nation states. And that is Charlemagne. He became emperor by way of being accepted by the Pope of the time and marrying one of his cousins or nieces or whatever to become an emperor and empress, to start a bloodline of holiness or whatever. And he became the first emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. And the Holy Roman Empire was part of basically all of Europe, as far as we can tell. And he would actually spend a lot of time traveling around his nation, his empire, to visit all his vassals and make sure everything was running smoothly. That would seem to suggest not a lot of trust, but maybe not a lot of free reign was given either. I kind of almost want to say like the section of One Piece where that island Luffy was raised on as a kid with his brothers, where they destroyed all the garbage on the island before the Celestial Dragon came to visit. Where it would kind of give Charlemagne's visits would kind of give everyone a chance to clean up their act and get things in proper order before his visit. Also kind of like the Emperor visiting the Death Star. Not that I know a lot about the Holy Roman Empire, besides they had some interesting shock tactics for their cavalry units. Not in any kind of war or anything, as far as I can tell this was used, but maybe in, like, policing tactics was to have the cavalry ride around, circle around, kind of like circling the wagon of a brigand or whatever, or whoever they were chasing. But instead of wagons, they'd be just on horseback. And because the whatever you would call them back then, they wore these cool little golden masks, which historians feel that the masks gave them an air of inhumanity, of course. Or maybe some godliness or some such, or something to be frightened of, to just want to surrender, especially when you're being circled by a bunch of them on horseback, just staring you down with masks. Because I'm pretty sure those masks were used during the Holy Roman Empire times, because there's a difference between the ancient Roman Empire and the Holy Roman Empire, is what I'm trying to differentiate here in this conversation in a second. And the fact that the ancient Roman Empire was, you know, part of the Caesars and the founding and rise of Christianity. Of Of course, back when the Caesars were running things, you know, Nero and Julius and Augustus, all those guys. Claudius. Or was Claudius... I don't know. They actually worshipped the pagan gods, you know. Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto. Had all their priestesses and everyone. Or all the oracles, all that stuff going on back then. Good, we are finding our way. It would seem blue circled tiles would lead you downward, while gold circled tiles will lead you upward, and purple triangles lead you across the floor. Now, we should be coming to a puzzle sometime soon in this tower, which is very interesting. It's a cute puzzle. I had a... Oh, hey, it's Gomez and Antonio. That's odd. We seem to have arrived at a dead end. Except for that thing on the floor, step on it, brother. Maybe we'll open a treasure door. Hiya! Oh, he just barely weighed that down and pitfalled us away from the floor. Doesn't appear to do anything. Oh well, it was worth a shot. Yeah, so... Well, now we know that there are trapdoors in this place. Yeah, so... Every once in a while, we're gonna find ourselves stymied by Gomez and Antonio's antics in the tower. While they are off doing God knows what in whatever section of the floors they are on, we will be getting a little bit of harassment from them. Antonio, here's another switch! Surely this must be the one that leads to the treasure? Pull it, brother. Man, they're fast, though. And this one just randomly teleports me away to a teleportation trap. Well, at least it's not an ice trap like in Zelda. And this one... Ah, perfect. I chose correctly. Honestly, I should be paying attention in this section of the tower because it is a little bit of a maze, a little bit of a teleportation maze, kind of like the Castle of Ordeals in Final Fantasy I. There we go. Finally back to the 6th floor. Oh, goody. That teleportation trap seemed to activate these monsters as well. You know, I guess maybe because there might be some connection between the Dark Spirit and this ancient king. Maybe these are chimeras. Immortal chimeras from over 3,000 years ago. In this tower. That'd be scary. Scary enough for humans to think about living for 3,000 years. Of course, a lot of people want to become AI and Singularity, whatever. Or clones. Clones are a thing, too, that we're exploring sometimes. Although we're all big on AI right now. We got all our data centers we're building up, we got all our... RAM going towards building these data centers for the AI. Oh, good. Magic level up. No, I don't want to use that warp. Jeez Louise, I just want to walk around. I'm a floating djinn. You might not want to use a teleporter that's on the floor when I'm floating over it. How efficient are these teleporter pads? They teleport the space above them. Oh, good. One more sentinel destroyed. You know, also I might as well talk about this, because I haven't had a chance to since it happened. A couple days ago, I bought this nice little food I like, baked ravioli. I baked it. It was tasty. A little hot. So hot, in fact, I think when I bit into one of them, steam and or cheese kind of spurted out, I think, onto the back of my throat. More specifically, onto my uvula. You know, the uvula is that thing that dangles at the back of your throat. It's the dangly bit that hangs. I guess what it does is stop food from going up your nose on the back end of your nose, and then also stops snot and everything from going into your mouth as it drips down to the back of your throat. But yeah, I think I burned my uvula with some steamy hot cheese from a baked ravioli. I mean, when I initially bit into it and I started coughing and hacking and spitting up cheese a little bit out of my throat, I didn't consider the fact that I might have burned myself. I thought I had maybe a touch too much spice in that little ravioli piece. Didn't really think about how hot it was or the possibility that I burned myself, because honestly, whenever I'm used to burning myself with pizza, I barely think about that. Except for the fact that sometimes pizza sauce from like a Red Baron's pizza will burn the top of my mouth. Maybe sometimes I'll burn off a little bit of my tongue. Never really considered the possibility of burning my uvula before. But if you are a girl house too, you should consider the fact that you may possibly burn your uvula sometimes in your life. And that's a Monster House movie joke. I saw that movie once. I don't remember much about it, except for that constant spamming of the commercial of that scene where the kid's talking about the house. Because it has a chandelier, it has a uvula, it must be the uvula of the house, because the chandelier is and the mouth is the door. And the living room was the front room was the mouth. You know, the inside of the mouth. And then the kid was as the one kid was explaining that the house has a uvula, the other kid goes, "Oh, because it has a uvula, it's a girl house." No, not what that means. What are these monsters made of in here? The opponents we have encountered are machine soldiers. Machine soldiers? They were created in the ancient era to kill the 7 Braves. It is the reason I came into being. I was created to protect the Braves from these machines and Grokolide. Grokolide? Wasn't he destroyed long ago? Why do you know this, Tosh? Mechanical beings do not die. But he did cease to function. If there's no worry, then why do you keep malfunctioning here? Perhaps I can clear your circuit. What's your major malfunction, soldier? Yeah. That did not seem to have the intended effect. Yeah, you can actually see we are able to find the rooms where Gomez and Antonia are going to by way of these teleporters. I don't think there's any reason in particular to go to these rooms, because if there was treasure, they would swipe it. Otherwise, there's just a bunch of trap doors and trap switches that they are activating in order to stymie us. And yes, welcome. Restart is now active, as this is a very tough puzzle. The tile room. In order to make our way clear across the floor, we must walk upon these tiles in a specific way. As you can see, when we step on a steppable tile, the tiles around it will shift from steppable and non-steppable. And I think I just screwed myself. No, I think I'm supposed to walk around in a circle. No, I screwed myself. Yeah. I've heard there are multiple ways to do this puzzle, but that's neither here nor there for me right now, because I don't have any solutions pulled up in front of me in some fashion. I just screwed myself again. Honestly, this floor reminds me a little bit of Lufia. Lufia 2 specifically, with all the puzzles and all the towers of that game. I think what I want to do is step backwards every now and then, in order to, you know, kind of circle back on myself in order to find a way forward. And see, I'm gonna do it here. I think I just made it across. Ha! That didn't take long, now did it? Very nice indeed. Oh yeah, and about my burned uvula. Oh god, this room. It's actually made my throat quite scratchy and very scratchy. And I've been coughing randomly too, so. But I believe with this floor, there's only one correct solution tile to warp you safely across. This is it, number 2. That's what I thought. Oh, here's the switch that they just threw. Otherwise, every other teleporter tile puts you into that room with all the machine soldiers. And gee, doesn't this look safe? They're all locked up. This does not look good. Wait, brother, I have an idea. Now would be a good time to share it. We should take one step back, then turn and run like scared little chicas. Oh, ow. Oh, that worked. Ow, I hit the wall, but that switch in your face must have really hurt. Gomez, look! That was a stroke of luck, I must admit. Yeah, stupid monsters, you can't get us now. Yes, but that sounds like trouble, doesn't it, Elk? As these monsters are now unleashed. The Force unleashed? No. These machine soldiers unleashed. Yeah. Basically, this is all we're going to be doing in this dungeon, is fighting these machine soldiers while traversing the tower. It's not difficult. It can be time-consuming if you're fighting every monster. Look, that floor behind the floor below I just skipped, the monster fight. I could have done it if I wanted to, and or failed my guess with the correct teleporter tile. Let's see. Let's have you attack this monster. Or you could have it dodge you entirely. But this is a good shot. We are surrounded by monsters, so let's do a rolling sabot. Sabot. Sabot is actually a martial art developed by French pirates. Or French seamen. Well, not. You know, because it was a martial art developed for the time of seafaring ways to do battle on a ship while it was rolling and sailing along on the rough ocean seas. Waters, not seas. Ocean is not a sea, it's water. A sea is a smaller ocean. You know, I counted on a map one time, there were actually 7 seas, so far as that map had written down. I don't remember any of them right now. But I'm actually doing pretty well in fighting these soldiers. I don't feel like I'm taking a long amount of time to deal damage to them. Enough damage to kill them all very quickly. I think I am stronger than I was in my practice file when I was here. Of course, I haven't played my practice file in not only a little while, but the last time when I did play my practice file when I was here, it was like over a year ago now. Actually, now that I think about it, I think this may have been the last thing I did in my practice file. So I actually have no foreknowledge of what's coming up next in the game, besides from reading my strategy guides I've been reading. Well, not strategy guides, but the online guides of video game players. Now, isn't this interesting? We have 2 ups and a on this floor tile teleporter? I'm tempted, but oh, you know what I think I just remembered? Because Antonio and Gomez were in that room with all the monsters and that they accidentally locked behind the gate to get away from them. I think if we take that one, we are in danger of them. If we take this one... Oh. It was the other way around. Hello, monsters. How are you doing today? Excuse me, there's that cough I was talking about. I am amazed I got through work as much as I did yesterday. I barely coughed at all during the actual business of taking care of customers. So, that wasn't a worry. It kind of led me to believe that I could do this for a little bit today and tomorrow. Doing some LPing for you all. Because I'm like... I didn't want to be coughing at random times and random intervals while playing video games for you all. But then, like I said, the work today kind of let me feel like maybe talking isn't the problem for me with my uvula burned the way it is. It just sucks, is what it is. Scratchy, it's... Sometimes I'll cough up phlegm at a weird time. It feels more like my throat's actively trying to make me cough up phlegm at a certain time in order to lubricate the uvula. Hey, fun drinking game. Every time I say uvula, take a shot. No actual alcohol consumption, of course, but still. If you have a drink, if you have a Pepsi, if you have a sparkling water, if you have a Dr. Pepper, I don't like Dr. Pepper, but if you have it, a cherry soda, a juice, a what have you, in order to have a swig of a drink from it every time I say uvula, then go ahead and take that drink. Yeah, besides Antonio and Gomez's antics, this tower can be a little boring. Although I wonder if the God Tower back in the ancient era was some kind of sentinel watchtower, as you could say, of the nations. Is the fact that they're being repurposed now for Andal's martyr plan, the mind control devices? Could those be two totally separate ideas and uses for the towers between the ancient era and the modern time? From two completely different generals of the time. Andal in the modern age and whoever in the ancient era. You know, actually, I think if I remember correctly from the guides and from my own personal practice file, I think that purple tile teleports you back down to the first floor. Now we are on floor 11. Now we are on floor number 12 as soon as I teleport. Hey, another healing spot. Goody, good, good. And it is interesting that in this game we are making use of a multitude of characters, whereas in the first game and in the ancient story of the ancient era there were 7 braves. In order to, you know, that other switch is just going to be a battle, I know it. That there were only 7 braves that fought the Spirit of Darkness in the ancient era. Sealed him away in the Ark. Oh, hey, I think we're here. God Tower Top. Ooh, he's big and in charge. Visitors. Your arrival has been anticipated. Groggle-eyed. Diekbeck. Your shape has changed, but I sense that it is you. You were destroyed. How? Our battle was epic, but I was damaged, not destroyed. I failed to kill the 7 back then, but we'll finish the job now. The creator does not exist any longer. Who restored you to functionality? That does not matter. I must finish the job given to me. Destruction of the 7 and all who accompany them. Okay. As it was then, you will have to deal with me first. What a pathetic sight you have become, Diekbeck. I will destroy you. Slowly. Oh, select party members. I think the only change I will make is Shoko for Grugga instead of Grugga. Yes. You seem to be quite strong warriors. However, this small trick should weight the odds in our favor. What's that? Oh, why am I all squishy? The weight of the world is a terrible thing to bear. As you've just discovered, this will be almost too easy now. What do you mean? And you're speeding me down as well? Because the weight of the world, what he means by that is he has turned on a gravity generator. Just like in Dragon Ball Z, the weight of this room is increased 1,000-fold or whatever. So, unlike Saiyans of Dragon Ball Z, I will not be able to do any training in this room with these robots attacking me. You are said to be the ultimate heroes. Have you given up all hope already? What? I cannot move. Oh no, even Diekbeck, you cannot move. I was kind of hoping you could move, because you're a robot. Also reminds me of the Lodestone Cavern in Final Fantasy IV, where being equipped with metal weapons would weigh us down so much that we could not fight with them. Or with metal armor, we could not move with them equipped. The same thing in that game, just... Whoa, evil flash burns all. I'm firing my laser. Such a pity you cannot strike back. The gravity amplifier in this tower almost makes it too easy to dispatch you all. Has that always been here? Too bad the controls for the device are safely out of your reach. Nothing can save you now. I can't move. God Tower top somewhere else? Brother! What? Look at the size of that gem! We must have it. Yes, we must. Are you kidding me? Antonia and Gomez's antics are gonna save the day? Is that really the gravity generator that they are messing with? What's the matter? It seems to be jammed in this machine. I can't get a good grip on it. There must be a way to make the machine let it go. Stop that machine. I tap you. I tap. Is that better, brother? Not yet. Let me try to loosen it from the console. I don't even know what a console is. Bang, bang. Kick. 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 Bunch. Kick. Okay, one more time. With gumption. Oh yes, and just like Slade from Shining Force 2, you have removed the gem from the gravity control device. Brother, are you okay? Yes, look! I got the gem! The treasure is ours at last! We're rich, eh, brother? Say, brother... Oh, it's completely turned off. Yay, that gem was powering it. What? Freedom! The gravity amplification effect has ceased. Yay, and we've survived long enough in order to do battle with this Grogolad. While he decides to fire more evil lasers at us. But hey, Choco's first up, so let's have her... Let's see what this does. What's this deal? Holy crap, she makes two of her. Huh. She does like a mirror image and deals a bunch of attacks to the enemy. That's cool. But yeah, let's get our people closer together. Start of this battle now. Truly the start of this battle. Where we get to fight back and all that. And let's try to heal ourselves. As these robots have been kicking my butt for a moment. Well, not really the most effective moving together I can do at the moment, but it's gonna have to do for now. Val can move over here, and he's just out of reach of a good Cure 2. I should have left Diekbeck somewhere on the right. Oh, but Rajan can move. Yes, siree. Let's light up these machines. Just like Final Fantasy X, lightning is their weakness. Of course, Rajan have an amazing amount of magical power. Oh, what's it a genie says? Unlimited cosmic power. Teeny tiny living space. But not for Rajan. He's not beholden to a lamp yet. Excuse me. I would love it if I could do more of an AoE attack. Oh yeah, I have the tornado. Yeah, Choco, do this. I would love to see you do this tornado attack again. Yes. I'll pick things up and put them down. Holy crap, that's a lot. I defeated Grogolad right away. Yay, celebration as you level up. And only level up 2 stats as well. What's with this tower? This tower sucks for level ups. Let's see here. What can I talk about? We've talked about the Holy Roman Empire. We've talked about ancient era of this game. I don't know if the 5th game in this series actually would go into depths regarding the Dark Spirit, and the Ancient Era. I actually never beat that game. I did beat the 4th game. That one was kind of fun. The drastic change in style of the game between ArcLight 4 and 5 kind of threw me for a small loop, and it's kind of a small learning curve, which, for me, learning curves tend to be a little tricky. But there we go. Let's talk about that more in 1 second once we've have our victory dance. Grogolad will not return from this defeat. Though he was our adversary, I feel he was a victim as well. His purpose was to obey the command of his creator. It is what we as machines were created to do. Grogolad only existed because a human or humans wished it to be. We do as we are programmed. Yes, the sins of this mechanical beast were purely those of its creator. Uh-oh. The tower's collapsing. We need to get out of here. Oh. Move your butt, Diekbeck. What are you waiting for, Diek? Let's go. Well, I hope we don't completely collapse this tower. It's a national monument. We escape. And do the brothers escape? They slowly just walk out of the tower. Look at that. They ran away. Heh, no treasure in their hands either. Ha! They were no match for our treasure hunting skill. Huh? Earthquake, this place is falling apart. Let's get out of here, brother. No, this tower can't really fall apart like that so easily. It stood for over 3,000 years. Oh, it's shaking. It's rattling. Is it gonna roll? It looks like it's twisting. Oh, it's falling apart kind of like the Spirit Tracks tower from Zelda. Yeah, that's an interesting way to fall to pieces. Much like Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks tower. Is this where I do like the Coppertone mascot and put my hand up to my mouth and go like an oops? Oopsie. I broke a 3,000-year-old monument. Yeah, it's just completely gone now. Never going back in there again. Well, let's find out what the repercussions or victory celebrations we will have in our next episode of Let's Play ArcLight 2. I hope you enjoyed watching this video today, everyone, and take care of yourselves until the next time, everyone. Bye-bye.